I don't even know what this video is about, to be honest. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Donovan Beck. Thank you so much for dropping by. This video is entirely unscripted. It's unplanned. I'm just kind of talking into a camera right now because reasons. But I just want to say hi. I want to connect. I wanted to kind of reflect on this year. So before we even start, let's get one thing out of the way. 2020. Hey, come here. Come close. I got something to say to you. With that out of the way, this year was crazy. To say it lightly, this year was a mess. So I wanted to make this video kind of reflecting on this year for myself, for kind of my community, for the people around me, and what it meant, what next year is hopefully going to look like. I'm not trying to plan much going into the new year because I planned a lot for this year and it all kind of got swept under the table because of everything that went on. But I'm excited. I think I learned a lot from this year. I think we all did. It was very, very encouraging to see a lot of other reflection on what we learned this year. From baking bread to challenging and storming governments, like everything changed in this year, and I'm glad that it happened. As much as that's a weird thing to say in 2020, with everything bad that went on with the crisis and COVID-19 and race relations and law and everything else that went on, I'm glad this year happened. I'm glad that we challenged each other and that we learned a lot and that we changed, to say the least. I think I started thinking about this yesterday as I got back from a trip with a couple friends out to Death Valley. I don't know why I forgot where I was going. But we went to a trip out to Death Valley to do some photos and video and just create. And it was incredible. If you're just here for cinematics, drop by to this part of the video. I hope you enjoy this little feature of what happened yesterday. This moment inside of these 24 hours that we spent there, of just being in the middle of nowhere and creating, reminded me how crazy this year was. How all the things that we had hoped and dreamed of 2020 being, from travel and challenges and new things that we were creating and people that we were going to meet, everything stopped. Everything slowed down. We got stuck in the house. And I guess in that instant, we had to remind ourselves what it meant to be alive. That I know sometimes we're constantly in like 100%. That we're going and going and going as if everything's crazy. But then this crazy moment, this year, forced us to stop. So here's my reflection on 2020. If you want to watch this video, dope, awesome. Come along on the journey as I kind of just ramble here in my room on the 30th of December. If you don't want to watch it, also cool. There's some other videos that you can stop by and watch, or stay tuned for the next one to come out. But this is my space. I want to share things that I love and care about and everything else. Does it make sense? Absolutely not. But this is what it is. So at the beginning of this year, I had a lot planned. We had nearly 14 weddings scheduled. We had over nearing 100 days of travel and ideas going. And I was excited. It was crazy. And January happened, and it kind of went like a blur. I was finishing school and continuing to do that semester. And then we got into February, and things started to get a little crazy. And word of a pandemic across the seas in China happened, and then it grew into parts of Europe, and then eventually at the beginning and end, or at the end of February, we got word that was cases in the United States. And then March, the infamous month of March, everything stopped. Everything slowed down. School became online. I slowly began to get emails and trickles from clients talking about rescheduling and changing and everything else. And then we went on. And I'm going to be straight honest with you. Everything that happened from March on is one giant month for me. Time no longer existed from that point on. So timelines are going to get real skewed in this conversation. But here are some things that I loved and enjoyed from that month of March that became all of 2020. The first thing is I got to work with an amazing team of people from Good Workhouse and my Venice community down here in California. And we moved what was traditionally our in-person event house that we'd host yoga and open mics and concert series in. And it was an amazing thing that we did all of last year. Because of regulations and closures, we had to move everything online. And we did. And it was awesome. And it was incredible. We hosted a bunch of virtual open mic nights and virtual concerts, and we even started a summer camp for kids that we got to work with amazing groups of students and create. It was absolutely incredible. From there, I continued school. I continued working. For people who don't know me, like I said many times, hi, my name is Donovan. I am a photographer, filmmaker, artist, and just general human being who likes to make things, but I'm also a student. I am an intercultural communication student, and I actually just finished my associate's degree and am waiting until around April to figure out where I go next. So I got to finish school, which is cool, and I got to meet some amazing people. And from that point, there were a lot of just random trips and photographs that were taken of very, very small moments. I'm going to be honest, we didn't travel that much this year. We didn't go to exotic places or different states and seeing those stuff, but I got to spend time with family and friends and sort of reflect on this year. And now we're here. Really? There just wasn't much. It was a lot of time spent in this space. In this, what I learned is barely a 9x9 square of a room. And I don't know. I got used to this place, to the workflow of waking up and getting to the desk and creating something, whatever it looked like that day, whether it was building out websites for clients or helping an amazing group of people that we're working with on a project right now for February. There wasn't much, but the things that did happen, I'm incredibly grateful for. And the things that are to happen, I'm even more excited about. So with that being said, this is December 30th. In about 30 minutes, it's going to become December 31st, the last day of the year. What does next year look like? To be honest, it looks a lot like this. It looks like videos about whatever I kind of want to create. I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I am able to just make, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. And so whether it's going to look like tutorials or short documentaries or just talking videos about arts like we're doing right here, that's what this is going to look like. For myself, I'm going to wait until I see what university I get into. That will kind of decide where I move next, as well as spending the next several months just working with some artists. I actually am really excited for next year, for what it has to bring for not only myself, but this platform for other artists who are just trying to create. I think we spent 2020 in a lot of planning in a lot of realizing what we do and don't want. And now 2020 could possibly be the year that a lot of those plans come into action. We're still going to be safe. We're still going to try and do our best to make sure that we get out of this crazy madness healthy and together. And we're going to start sharing stories. I think I want to end this video, this short little, what I consider a film. I think all the things that I make are films. I want to finish it off by just saying that what I realized this year, out of all of the realizations, mental breakdowns, crying in that corner over there, all of it, what I think I realized the most was that artists are just storytellers. We just make, we do, we share the parts of us that are beautiful and broken. We share the memories that we have. And I think the beautiful thing about that sentence is that all artists are storytellers, is the fact that it makes the requirement to be considered an artist very, very low. It's pretty often that I get asked, who do I consider an artist? And I always snarkily reply, I think artists are everybody. I think they just don't know it yet. Every one of us is an artist because every one of us has stories and memories that are deserving to be shared. And so, as this video has been playing, I have been sharing small little moments of my past year, of the moments that I'll cherish and the memories that I've had from this crazy mess of a year. And I think at the realest moment, I realized that that was what being an artist meant. So 2021 is what I consider the year of the artist. The year of people who are willing to share whatever they want. Whether they are learning a recipe about how to bake sourdough bread, or an entire documentary they shot by themselves. I think 2021 will be the year that we start to share all the parts of us. Not just the highlight reel of Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, but the truest part of us. The ability for us to be artists, to share our dreams and our ambitions and the things that scare us and the things that we're worried about. I learned a lot this year, and I can't put them all to words, because I think a lot of it was in feeling that even when it feels like you're out of control, like everything around you is happening and you have no say in the matter, there are some things that you can control. And for me, it has been the ability to just make. I know that I haven't been able to travel, so I can't call myself a travel creator, but I can call myself a filmmaker and an artist. And I think at that point, I am entirely okay with everything that happened. So with that being said, here's to next year. Here's to what easily will be one of the craziest years of our lives. One that we'll tell stories about, and one that we'll make films about. Kind of like this one. So with that being said, peace, love, and happiness in everything that you do. And I guess I'll see you next year. Here, or on Instagram, at The Mind of Soul. But we'll see you soon. And I'm really, really excited for next year. So, peace.